we hear the story of Mattie Earp. We're CB Offroad Adventures, and today we're looking for the final resting place of Mattie Earp, the former maybe wife of Wyatt Earp. We're just outside of Superior, Arizona on a trail, and we just started. We're just aired down back here, and we're gonna head out on this trail and take you with us. We'll see you out on the trail. Oftentimes when people hear about our adventures, they like sharing interesting destinations with us. Someone recently shared that Mattie Earp's gravesite is out near Superior, Arizona, and that is the destination of today's journey.
Not much is more southwest than Wyatt Earp lore. The gunslinging legendary cowboy was involved in the famous gunfight at the OK Corral and was a lawman in the American Southwest. Multiple movies have been made about him, but today we're looking for Mattie Earp, and little did we know, our map would lead us on a wild goose chase. The trail starts right at the edge of Superior, Arizona on Silver King Mine Road. Although we are not driving the Silver King Mine, we do drive through an active mine called Emery's, but instead of silver, this mine extracts perlite, which has a wide variety of uses. The desert landscape out here is rugged, but very beautiful. We travel north on this dirt track towards the mountains in anticipation of what we might find.
This is a water trap, and our first landmark of the journey. For years, cowboys have used water traps to gather their cattle in this rough terrain by using these corrals with a water source to drive in their livestock. Once inside, a specialized gate called a trigger holds the cattle in. This corral was open and not known to be in use, but is so interesting to see such a primitive way to gather livestock. With Arizona's dry climate, it is no wonder why these basic traps worked over all these years.
Alright guys, so it looks like we ran into a problem. We were driving up our trail, we saw that we missed our turnoff, so we turned around, went to our turnoff, and there's a big huge wash that has eroded the road. There's probably a good 4-foot drop into this wash. There's no way we're going to be able to cross it in the full run. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to launch the drone across the wash, find the road over there that we're supposed to be on, follow it a little bit, see if there's any other possible way for us to get across. So hopefully we'll cross our fingers that we can still make it to Mattie's grave, but if not, it is beautiful out here, but let's see what happens. So it looks like towards the end of this road on the other side of this wash, there is a gate we might be able to pass and a safer spot across the wash.
Nice.
So we are going to bring the drone back to the truck and start driving that direction and try to get back where we're supposed to be going.
Alright, so a lot of what looked like turnoffs back there were actually just kind of pathways or water runoff or places where cattle cross the wash. It's not really a place where it would be safe or possible to cross the wash in any other way. So luckily we had the drone with us. It was able to help us scout a gate that was really close by. So we went through that gate and popped up the drone again and found our clear pathway, and we are across the wash.
As we start to ascend the mountain in front of us, we pass colossal saguaro cacti. Seeing these amazing saguaros from a distance, they do not look as massive, but driving next to these unique plants, you start to notice that they're towering over the 4Runner. If you can believe it, sometimes these cacti can get over 40 feet in height and weigh over 6 tons. Views begin to open up on the trail and it starts to get less and less maintained. This entire trail from the main highway is about 5 miles long and requires 4-wheel drive. Depending on recent weather, washouts are very likely, so make sure you watch where you're going and take it slow.
Although it's quite beautiful, the desert is a harsh environment, so make sure to bring plenty of water if you decide to adventure in this area. We would not advise you to come during the summer months due to extreme heat. Take care and watch out for snakes when it's warm. The views about halfway up the mountain start to get increasingly stunning. Picket Post Mountain in the distance, the green desert foliage scattered throughout the landscape, it really is magnificent.
The trail only increases in elevation from here, and the last 3/4 of a mile are the worst of the whole trail. Rocky, bumpy, and skinny with cliffs, we used 4-wheel drive the entire last part of this stretch. This washout doesn't look like much on camera, but I promise it was not great to pass. I'm glad that someone placed these concrete blocks in the washout because it really helped to stabilize the 4Runner. Right after the washout, the climb up the mountain will scratch your vehicle due to overgrowth and sharp, thorny bushes on one side of the path. The other side of the trail, just make sure not to get too close to the edge of the cliff because it is a long way down.
At the top of the mountain, the views are spectacular. You can see the town of Superior off in the distance, and the mountainscape makes for a dramatic view that is just stunning to look at. Blue skies and cactus scattered throughout the scenery make the search for Mattie's grave that much more enjoyable. But as we walk around exploring the area, we only see remnants of a possible homestead and no grave.
We explored this area like real adventurers, imagining what it was like to live up here. We approached a closed mine shaft, but you could see through the bars. Looking down the shaft, it turns pitch black, making us wonder just how deep and dangerous this mine is. As we walk around enjoying the views and the excitement for exploration, we wonder where Mattie's grave is. Did she live here? Is there even a headstone for us to find?
We are on Peachville Mountain, which is part of Tonto National Forest. All of these mining remnants scattered around the area are from a mining operation called Camelback Gold and Silver. We could not find that much information on this mine, but we did find that it was part of the Pioneer Mining District, which includes over 2,100 still active claims in this part of Arizona. Old bed springs, glass whiskey bottles, rusty tin cans, and even some old painted wood makes us believe that back when this mine was active, people used to live here. Thinking about the past, these settlers had beautiful views of the land, but had to endure such harsh work environments. 100+ degrees in the summer, rattlesnakes, and just the intense environment of working in the mine makes us think about how good we have it nowadays.
We walk around this area and find interesting history all over, but no grave. Where is Mattie? We have no cell service to look up clues on where she is buried, so we decided to just enjoy the views of the area and be thankful we found such a great adventure up here. We're slightly disappointed, but how can you stay disappointed with views like this?
Our mission now is to come back down the mountain, get on our phones, and find Mattie. We are not giving up so easily.
Closer to the base of the mountain, we get cell service and start looking for clues. I keep driving and Beth keeps searching. She finds out that Mattie is buried at the historic Pinal Cemetery, which is close to the highway. So we rush to get off the dirt and get back on the highway for the next part of our adventure. From the Highway 60, we take East Happy Camp Road, cross the train tracks, and go to FDR 2396, the Powerline Trail. If you have not noticed yet, this is the exit for a well-known trail in the area called Montana Mountain Loop. If you have not traversed the Montana Mountain Loop, it is a great trail with some amazing landmarks. We do have an adventure video navigating part of the loop, and if you're curious, I will put a link to it in the description below. This Powerline Trail takes us to the cemetery and our final destination of the trip. This dirt track is slow going, rocky, and a couple of areas have decent hill climbs with loose rocks, so make sure you have four-wheel drive for this area as well. As the sun begins to set, we wonder if we will get to our destination with enough daylight to find this historic woman we have been searching for all day. Let's cruise along the trail, navigating this desert landscape, and keep enjoying this amazing day.
This is the entrance to the historic Pinell Cemetery outside of Superior, Arizona, and what we've been searching for all day.
Live a little, flip the page, give it some more, getting out of my way. I was hiding, bulletproof, forever waiting, then came you. I thought I was what I've been told I thought I was. I thought I was what I've been told I thought I was. I was picking up the pieces of yesteryear's life, in over my head, trying to figure out. I was going through changes, where to begin, when a mountain moving revelation came marching in. I thought I was what I've been told I thought I was. I thought I was what I've been told I thought I was.
We found Mattie's grave nestled between some Palo Verde trees with silk flowers and trinkets adorning her resting place. Mattie herself moved to the Arizona Territory with Wyatt Earp. Though it's not known for certain if they were ever officially married, she was widely accepted as Wyatt's common-law wife. After the infamous shootout at the OK Corral, Wyatt left Arizona with his lover Josephine and left Mattie to fend for herself. Mattie suffered from migraines, which she treated with laudanum. Laudanum, however, would be the death of her. Supposedly, a witness to her death told the coroner that Mattie told them that Wyatt had wrecked her life and broken her heart by leaving her, and she no longer had the will to live. This historic cemetery is just across from Picket Post Mountain. Gazing toward the mountain with the sun getting low in the sky, we thought this really wouldn't be a bad place to spend eternity.
I thought I was what I've been told I thought I was. I thought I was what I've been told I thought I was. Been a long time, baby, and a long time low. Stick with me, maybe, don't let me go.
Today's adventure was truly a memorable one. Exploring this place offered us a glimpse into the past, but also allowed us to think about the importance of letting go and living in the present. This is CB Offroad Adventures signing off, and we want to thank you for watching today's journey. If you enjoyed our video and want to see more adventures, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching, and we hope to see you out on the trails.